Welcome to the Dairy Raid. Presented with over 20 years of coaching experience, the Dairy Raid provides commentary and analysis of the schemes, the players, and the coaches who create Wisconsin football's new identity. Now here's your host, Ryan Anderson.
All right, everyone, welcome back to the second quarter of Wisconsin versus Rutgers. Let's get right into it. We've got a lot of clips to go through this second quarter. All right, Badgers coming out in 11 personnel. Okay, running a little GT. Okay, Rutgers does a pretty good job spilling this out. A nice downhill fill by this linebacker to blow it up. Let's take a look at the box angle and see how we could have blocked this better. All right, so we're going to be looking to pull kick and pull lead. So our edge defender comes downhill real quick and does a pretty good job of wrong arming. So he spills the second pull outside instead of letting it tuck inside. And then we're able to just set the edge and then chase it down from behind. And should we have kept this? No. I know everyone's going to be saying this edge guy makes the tackle, but at the give point, he's in position. He just does a great job. As soon as he sees the ball, empty hands, he chases it. It's good defensive football. This is a good play by Rutgers. That's what you got to say there. All right, 2nd and 10. And we're at the beginning of the second quarter. That last play was the last play of the first quarter. Now we're at the first play of the second quarter. Okay. So this is the variation of the QB draw quick game package play. We're just going to run it with a little shovel pass. We did this against Illinois last year with Braylon. Turned it into a big gain. And we're just looking at leverage. So we're 3 over 2, and we're 3 over 2. That means we're 5 in the box. And again, they're so worried about crossers coming over the top that these middle linebackers just failing. Play like this, almost like this Tampa 2. What does that do? Gives us tons of space up the middle. Flip it. Again, another reason why Darian Dupree is getting more touches is because of what he can do in the passing game. Easy read. Get out into space and turn it into a big gain. All right, 1st and 10, 47-yard line. Okay, 11 personnel. Okay, so we're running this like a package. So inside we've got center lead, and then outside we've got bubble screen. And if we sit still here, then we're 3 over 2, and we're going to run inside. But because he's showing it pretty obvious that he's getting this coming off the edge, then we're 2 over 2, but our second is high, so we could just pull it out, get it out in space, and assuming our guy out there can make a guy miss. Now, unfortunately, he doesn't, but he falls forward. So we didn't necessarily win the one-on-one battle, but we turned, which, let's look at the box. I mean, I think it was probably there. Get some yards. Higher percentage that could, if it's 50-50, we take what of the two gives us the higher percentage of getting a big play. 4 yards, we'll take it. All right. Gonna run the little semi-roll this time. And here, again, you can see the difference. This is the same play that we threw the pick on earlier. Okay, and watch the level that Tretch gets and how much he flattens it. And how much that occupies the safety. Now, we didn't do a good job getting off the press down here at the bottom of the screen. So when we went to it, he's capped. If he got off this a little bit cleaner, you know, he bends it up the hash mark, and I think we get a shot. But we don't get it, so we come back downhill, go through our progression, and get to our tight end coming across on the leak. And again, it's better than forcing a ball in a bad position. It's a check down, sure. But it is what it is. And I know people are screaming, oh, we should have thrown the wheel. We would have thrown the wheel if this linebacker was lower. But when we got to that point in the progression, Nowakowski was wide open. So that's what we go in order. We throw, we catch. We live to see third and manageable 5. Okay, empty. Negative coverage indicating motion. Okay, a little yo-yo motion. I like that. Okay, we might even get this a little bit tipped. No. Or we just get... This is just a really good job by Braden Locke, knowing he's going to get hit. Gets rid of it. All right, so we're running our wheel, curl, and then we're running, instead of running the flat like we normally do with the back, we're setting him on the turn route, the little arrow, excuse me, the angle route. So again, different way to present a play that we've done all year. Just hit it a little bit earlier, and we pick up the first down. All right, 1st and 10. Okay, 2 back now. Okay, draw. And again, let's take a look at. We got quick game outside. Got an indie route down at the bottom of the screen. We don't like it at the bottom of the screen. So we're 3 over 2 here. That kills this. We're going to look here, and if this safety isn't creeping downhill, we're probably throwing this. But because he comes downhill, we have to give. And this kind of takes a little bit too long to develop. And we kind of lose the benefit of allowing these defensive linemen to get upfield. Like eventually they're starting to figure it out and they're powering down a little bit. So we kind of lose that element of surprise. And it's a no gain. All right. 2nd and 10. A diamond personnel. Okay, mixing it up a little bit, kind of testing Rutgers, see how they adjust to these formations. Given Dupree, we're kind of running a little split, but we still get a lead because we're in 3 back. Not much doing. Let's take a look at the box. All right, so Renfro his guy kind of bull rushes him. And does a good job of pushing him back and then eventually shedding. And because we got such a push, he's not going to be able to get much help from Brunner. And yeah, everything it's not set up very well there. Great. It's a great individual effort by the nose tackle. fundamental. That's what ends up stringing this out. So, it is what it is. 3rd and 9. Okay, 3-by-1. Okay, Rutgers bringing the pressure. And that was just killed right away. Smart to just kill it. Because we're setting up a screen. Behind the action. All right, so we're giving our switch release with the Y cross. But we're setting up a screen all the way, and it's not there because they send the blitz. And the chip, if we're in normal protection, this blitzing linebacker is picked up by the running back. That just kills everything. So actually a smart idea by Braden to just kill it instead of trying to force it. All right, 4th and 9. We're punting. Okay? And we're going to talk more about this in the Northwestern game. But I know people, and in particular certain members of the Badger media, are really annoyed when the Badgers punt in the plus situation. But we saw how that last drive ended. Where this drive ended, where Rutgers is getting really aggressive. They're starting to get home a little bit. That's not the time to then be aggressive and go for it on 4th and 9. If we don't get it, Rutgers carries that momentum into the next drive. We also know at this point that we're really showing confidence in our defense. And our defense is playing well. Not only that, our punter is playing well. And he's really developing into a weapon. So when we not only take into account how the offense is playing, how the defense is playing, but how the special teams is playing, the decision to punt here and pin Rutgers deep is a smart one. I don't care how aggressive you think they should be. If we go for this and don't get it, it is a complete mood killer. And what do? We make a big play. It just happens to be on special teams. So I'll take it. If I'm playing like this in this spot against a defense who showed me what they did on that previous drive, I'm punting here every time. And if I got a punter who could put it inside the 5, definitely going to do it. All right, so that kills that drive. Drive's over. Rutgers doesn't score. And now we take over at the 48-yard line. All right, so we trade a big play to getting the ball back in essentially the same spot. All right. So we're coming out, little zipper motion. Nice block out there. All right, so we get, it's almost like 3 pulls here. So we get our zipper motion, getting Pauling out there. We get the wrap around by Renfro, and we get Ashcraft leading through. Nice big gap. Let's look at it from the end zone. Load. There we go. All right, get our little zipper motion. Get back outside. 1 block, 2 block. Burst it. Hit it. Falling forward. Pretty good on our down blocks. And the motion is moving the linebackers around, so that can make it difficult to pick up guys in the second level. We don't know exactly where they're going to be. But really good job. I really like this block here by Ashcraft. Sealing. Great job. 1st and 10, 41-yard line. 3 by 1. 12 personnel. Get him a jump. Yep, got him a jump. All right, so 1st and 5. Okay, same formation. Flip the back. Flip the back again. GT. And again, as Braden gets more comfortable and as the green light gets put on for him, he's going to start keeping these because, my God, is that a big gap that he could have kept. Let's look at the box. I could probably see why he didn't keep it. Again, he should have. I'm not saying that he should, that's wrong. All right, so they're in a 5-2 look. Okay, and why he doesn't keep it is because 44 has outside leverage on the blocker. So all he has to do is step forward. He is going to be able to stop this. And he doesn't cross the line of scrimmage. So I could see why. He still should have, but I could see why he didn't. All right, 2nd and 7. Lost a couple of yards on that. All right, same formation. Gonna run the play action now. Look for the shot again. I like this little. So we're running like almost like the bluff cross. All right, so normally what they run out of this look is we're going to get a wheel. We're going to get one of these two running a crosser. Normally it would be him. And then we run a seam behind bunch release. But what we still got our wheel. But what we did is we showed the cross and then we burst it out, showed the seam, we busted in. That's a new variation. But we still end up setting up the seam, or the wheel, excuse me, pretty solidly. And to be honest, if I'm Rutgers in this situation, I'm not mad that he pulls on Ashcraft's arm, because that is a huge gain if he lets that hand free. It's pass interference all the way. But I like the play design. Really like the play design. Again, we're building off of concepts that we run consistently. We're finding variations to come off of it. All right? But ends up being a 1st down off of the pass interference. Come on. There we go. All right, 2 by 2. Play action. This one gets away from him. I don't like so much dancing out here. So stick the outside foot in the ground and go. Run that sharp slant so we could get off it quicker. Throw the out. Let's look at the box and maybe look at his feet. Quick play action. Yeah, I mean, it's this blitz coming from the outside that he's trying to throw around. We pick it up. But I think he waited a little bit too long on the slant, and that allowed this outside blitz to influence the path of the. So slant needs to be quicker. the decision to come off the slant needs to be even. All right, 2nd and 10. Motion to 3-by-1. Open. Getting a little bit too excited. All right. 2nd and 15. Not going well right now. Come out, same formation. Run pistol. Run stretch. Again, it's one of our most consistent run plays all season. Okay, again, doing a good job of letting Rutgers outrun this with their aggressiveness and then sticking our butt behind it, turning upfield. Okay. Pretty good. 28 is the one who ends up making the tackle. Just because I think runner, he makes great contact, but he just gets down the middle. When you get down the middle, you give this linebacker an ability to shed. What I'd like to see is his left hand and his left arm carry 28. Put him on your arm like Captain America's shield and control his 2. 2 is the handle of that shield. Right here. Side, obviously. And just carry him. And so you can get your body out in front. Don't quite get that. I mean, it's still a great game. But it could have been better. Not a great game. But could have been a lot more. Alright. 3-by-1. Still with 12 personnel. Lots of 12 personnel in this game. But again, even with the personnel, Rutgers has to at least respond. And they're doing it with they're using base personnel. But you're putting linebackers out in space that they're not quite as comfortable running in. We come back out, we're going to run another stretch. And again, there's going to be a point where Braidlock has to keep this more often. If anything, we pull it, get to the first down, and we go immediately down. I think this is putting too much on the running backs. Let's take a look at the box. Okay. And 46 is, see the difference here is 46 now is across the line of scrimmage. For 44 on that previous one hung back. 48 is beyond the line of scrimmage. And Rutgers' defensive tackles actually do a pretty good job here of stringing it out, which allows 48 to chase it down from behind. 28 also does a pretty good job of avoiding Renfro here. That's a tough assignment for him to get to. You can kind of see where this gap should be opening up. But, yeah, probably should have kept that. Which leads to 4th and 5. And we missed the field goal, I believe. Yep. All right. After the missed field goal, Rutgers doesn't do anything with it. So we end up getting the ball back. Inside our own 10. We're on the 10. We're in 12 personnel. We're just going to run out the clock here. I think we're playing pretty solid defensively. Offense, we started out strong and maybe got a little bit trying too hard. So let's get to the half so we can regroup and take what we've been doing right and do it better. But one of the things we've been doing right all day is the power scheme. Little G lead. Huber. Take a look at the box. A lot of blockers on the good side of the field. Short side of the field. So we get the pull. That gives us the crease. Now the downside of having so many blockers on the front side is we don't quite have everybody on the back side. Again, their safety does a pretty good job coming from 10, 11 yards deep on the other side of the field. Come downhill and fit this. Same with the other safety, number 10. Two safeties. So, is what it is. But I think we're just trying to grind out a little bit here, get to the second half. All right, motion. Into, again, a little, we got center lead. Rutgers is playing really downhill right now. Playing really aggressive, which is going to lead into the game plan in the second half. Take a look at the box. We pick up, I think, Colin got a little bit too rounded in his takeoff here. And unfortunately, the guy that he decided not to block is the guy who makes the tackle. And there's nobody else who could take him. First threat, it's closest guy. And that ends up just killing that. All right, 3rd and 3 though. Still gaining yards. Get a first down here. We get to the half. All right, good push. On the front side, got stood up, but Renfro does a pretty good job of recovery here. It's a long way. Luckily, they got caught in a slant, but does a pretty good job sticking with this guy and recovering. Okay, that slant, affects Huber a little bit. Releases a little bit wider than he should. 28's coming downhill off of 55. So that's a bad angle, but it's actually a great cut there by Tui. Able to fall forward for the first down. All right, 1st and 10. We're under 2 minutes now. Again, right now we're just trying to grind out the clock. Okay. You got lucky there. So it's a right idea. A little safe little stick concept, but we ended up getting it. Looks like it gets tipped. And again, we're trying to get to the half. And what we end up getting is our defensive end takes inside release. His hand up. Knocks it down. Could have been a big play. But we stopped the clock. 2 by 2. Come back with it again. Get the first down. Same concept. Same idea, but because we're playing off, we're just going to run him off this time instead of curling up underneath him. Hit the quick out. And we got 3rd and 1. All right, so we're being safe. Now, this is the air raid version of grinding it out. Couple quick passes and stupid little false start. Hit it when your center false starts. Because now it's 3rd and 6. Now you have to be more aggressive in your play calling. Because Rutgers has a timeout. So if you run the ball here, you don't get it. They're going to call a timeout. Give their offense one more shot. So you got to throw it. But we don't get a good release down here at the bottom of the screen. And it's the right combination to go for down here. We're looking for the bow concept at the bottom of the screen. But we get too jammed up on the outside, so we have to go to the second release, second option. And linebacker's right there. And they're able to stop it for minimal gain. And even if they get inbound, even if he stops in bounds, they do. Rutgers immediately calls a timeout, forces them to punt. They want one more shot. Because Rutgers, they're playing better now. Okay? And it's an ugly looking punt. And this happens with the rugby style every now and then. You catch it off the side of your feet. But the benefit of it is you're not going to get a return. So we flip the field enough. We kick it at our 19-yard line. The ball lands, comes to rest at the 24-yard line. So you're making Rutgers go a big length of the field without any timeouts. They don't do anything. Badgers get the ball back. I'm going to take a couple shots here. Okay, quick. Oh, we got to catch that. No reason to not catch this. Right read. Running inside curl to outside curl to the flat. Bubble, excuse me. It's right between the numbers. Doesn't get much more pitch and catch than this. Boom. I don't know what's up with Will Pauling. My guess is there's a lingering injury that is affecting him. And obviously he's missed some time for these last couple games. But all season, he's still making Will Pauling plays. And he's still our rock out there. But he's looking a lot more human than he had last year. All right, 2nd and 10. 2-by-2. They hit it again. Almost identical play. Just going to get the release a little bit farther inside. Because, again, Rutgers' middle linebacker is just bailing. He reads pass. He's just bailing. So we're just going to throw it right where he left. And run. Stick right behind him. Get some yards. All right. Which leads us to 8 seconds left. And we take it easy. So, a couple missed opportunities here in the second half. A couple stupid little penalties. Or second quarter, excuse me. A couple stupid little penalties. A couple missed opportunities. But we go into the half with a 14-point lead. Against a team that we were 3-point underdogs. Or 3.5-point underdogs, I believe. So, it's been a solid first half. And I'll take it. Let's see how we look in the second half. So we'll start that tomorrow with the third quarter. Thank you for watching. See you